Hi, it's Valerie with A Stitchin Life. In today's video, I am going to be talking about this channel and all the updates that are happening. Let's go. Originally, when I started on YouTube, I started with this channel. Then the pandemic hit, and I had a lot of my friends and family ask me how I homeschool, because we're secular homeschoolers. I have 5 kids. I switched gears and I went over and started a homeschool YouTube channel, which you can find below in the link. I've been doing that for a year, growing over there, and I've helped a lot of people because we are a special needs family. We're a blended family, secular homeschoolers, meaning we don't have any kind of religion in our homeschooling. We are learning ASL as a family. We do a lot of art therapy. Like, I have a lot of things that I could talk about around homeschool. So I did that, and I put this channel on hold this last year because of the pandemic. I myself needed some kind of therapy, and I like to use art as therapy. I got back into sewing again. I found Angelina's channel over at Blueprint DIY. I joined her Renegade Upcycler group. Then I became a contestant on the Next Top Upcycler. By the time this video airs, we will know who won. So exciting. I thought, I need to get back into the sewing channel. I am inspired. I want to get back into it. I have a lot to say over here. So I am revamping it now that I've had a year of experience over on the other channel doing YouTube. It's always kind of a go and learn as you go. You might see some older videos on this channel that look very different than these. This is kind of the format now. But I wanted to say what I'm going to be teaching over here is, you know, how I upcycle my garments, because I'm a plus size mama. A lot of clothes don't fit me. I love vintage. This is a vintage dress. Isn't this cute? It's painted on right here. And there's another little bib thing down here. This is so cute. It has a belt, but I'm not wearing it right now. And it has a bib in the back. Oh, I love it. I love vintage clothing. And finding plus size vintage clothing is very difficult. So I either have to make it or I have to upsize it. So besides that, I'm also teaching the basics, like what's in my sewing basket, like what beginner tools are needed when you start sewing. What kind of machine do I use, and how to pick out a machine if you've never done that before. I've had a lot of people ask me about alterations, how to alter your clothes or mend them. I want to do a little 10-minute mending Monday over on my Instagram. If you haven't seen my Instagram, it's at A Stitchin Life, which I'll leave the link below. I also want to go over like patterns. I have a large collection of patterns. A lot of them are vintage, and I've used them over the years to make my own garments. But now that I'm plus size, I'm going to have to alter those. How to pick out patterns, how to measure for patterns. Kind of the basics of how to get started and not to be afraid. Just start cutting. I am an upcycle designer only because on this channel I am teaching you how to sew like a mother, meaning I have limited time to dedicate to sewing in general. I try to do it the most efficient way possible. Upcycling is kind of where I went with that. A lot of the times it has to do with the fact that I didn't necessarily like going and buying new fabrics. I never really found new fabrics that I liked the print so much. Either that or they were really expensive if you have to buy multiple yards of it, right? I started going to the thrift store and looking for fabrics there, which you can find, and you can find vintage fabric. You can sometimes even just find big, massive sheets, you know, and then paint them or dye them however you want to. It just became easier for me, affordable, more efficient, more fun, because it was like the hunt of what I'm going to find. I have no idea. And then from there, I started thinking about, well, if I buy these garments and I cut it up and remake it to something else. And then that turned into just started buying thrifted stuff. and then looking in my closet too and repurposing things. So I'm not just making fashion over here. I'm also making, because I have 5 kids, we make toys sometimes. They make doll clothes or whatever it is for their own stuff. And then I'm also working on a rug out of t-shirts. I just try to reuse as much as possible. I'm a doll collector, as you can see. I absolutely love dolls. I used to make doll clothes for my dolls as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go in that direction. I probably don't have the time, but it's good to think about that. I hope that you stick around here. Please leave a comment below and let me know, like, what is it that you're looking to learn? I worked in theater for 14 years. I do have a fashion degree. I know pattern making, draping, all sorts of sewing techniques that I've learned on the job. So hang out. Bye.